got a lot of questions about Channing Tatum. I don't really. I love Channing Tatum. So, like I told you, I'm not an expert on Jorge. I'm just a fan of this stuff. A lot of them were just why Channing. I think he's one of the funniest. He's charming as shit. He's handsome as fuck.
Oh yeah. All right. So Channing Tatum. Here's the story behind Channing Tatum. So I love Magic Mike. I told him to his face. I said I'm like, this is the Citizen Kane of male stripper movies. And I told him, right? So when we are deciding with casting, I didn't write, honestly, I did not write Joaquin for him, but the idea was whoever Manolo and Diego Luna is up against has to be a mix of Captain America with the sexiest man in the world.
Oh, that's
right. So that was basically the idea. And Channing Tatum at that time was making Jupiter Ascending. I think that's what it's called. So we go to Chicago to pitch to him the movie in his hotel room, by the way, 10 o'clock in the morning. They shoot those, they were shooting that movie, most of that movie takes place at night. So he would basically stay up all night shooting. And we were getting him like, I guess he was coming out of a party or something, but he was definitely drinking. And it's 10 a.m. and I don't want to offend Channing Tatum, so I start drinking. And then we start presenting the movie, and I basically tell him about Joaquin and what it's about. It's a love story, it's a triangle, blah, 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 blah. And he's looking at me like, what the fuck is this, right? Because imagine if you've never seen The Book of Life and this unknown chubby Mexican guy is in your hotel room drinking your beer, telling you about this crazy Mexican movie where you play a wooden soldier that keeps yelling his own name. So he's listening to me, and I could see his face, this confusion, right? Yeah. So the pitch is done, and he goes, "Hey, can I have the room with Jorge?" And so, it was a studio executive, and it was somebody, other people were there. So he's just with me, and he like takes me aside, and he's like, "Jorge, I'm not Mexican, right?" And I was like, no, Channing, I know. And he's like, "Look, man, I love this thing, but are you sure I'm the right guy for this?" And I'm like, "Look, you need to represent the sexiest man in the universe. You're going to be Captain Latin America in this thing." Right? You're blue blood, you're wearing blue. So I start basically telling him all this stuff, and you have all these dad issues, and you're trying to live under his shadow, and you're really insecure. And the more I tell him, the more he goes, "If you think I can do this, then I can do it." And that was it. So we cast him. We go to the first record. I think he was in New Orleans for the first record because he was doing 21 Jump Street. And it was amazing. It was, again, that's another person that in my head, I had an idea of who he was. And they tell you a lot of times, don't meet your heroes. But here was someone who was only, not only was he more charming and funny, but he's more handsome in person.
Yeah.
So, I'm a heterosexual as fuck, and yet I was like, holy shit. Him and Diego Luna, you could walk by lights and they're self-lit. They're just beautiful human beings. But anyways, that's where Diego and Channing, and then they had hung out and partied at a festival in Cancun. And so I also do a lot of research, and I go, well, which actors get along, which actors don't get along, which actors have naturally gravitated towards each other. And they were buddies. So I was like, this is perfect, because I need these guys to have that chemistry.
That's beautiful.